Hello everybody, this is Grimmy bringing you Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View. So, this is a suspense game made by the same developers of The Occupation, which was a very nice game that I really liked. And so this is kind of like I guess a spiritual sequel to it, maybe? In a sense, I guess. It kind of has the same theme to it. But, basically, it's a suspense game that is where you play as a retired detective that is investigating the disappearance of an 8-year-old girl. So, yeah, again, when I saw who the developers were, I just knew I just had to jump into it. And the main menu is yeah. So it's a beginning video. Let's watch. Christmas Eve 1940. Oh. Whatever's about to happen, it's not gonna be good. Huh. Man, this is creepy.
Jenny? Come on. You're going to miss it.
Tell them to start without me. I need to check on Marie.
She'll be fine. You don't need to check on her every 5 minutes. Come on, it's starting.
Okay, you're right.
His plan was gonna be foiled there. But then again, he probably would have just attacked her. Seems like the dude was targeting that kid in particular. It's not some random kidnapping. Which I guess is a little interesting. I'm sure there's quite more to this story than it's just, you know, some psycho. And now, present day.
For the best part of my later years, I worked as a private investigator. I'd seen many a terrible case. Sadly, most of them unresolved. But in 1954, something terrible and far closer to home happened that I could not avoid. And it happened right here, in Dahlia View.
I'm gonna see if I can remove the subtitles for like background sounds. I don't think we need those. Something's happening outside. Are you gonna try and take a look? No? It's understandable, he's in a wheelchair, so... Oh, and I think he's sleeping.
The police are here. What on earth is all the commotion?
Oh, I can play now. Alright. Let's try to get up. How do we want to do this? Wheelchair. Grab it. I think I got it down to mouse sensitivity too. Alright, that
Where's
should do
my
it.
camera? I need to see what's going on outside my window.
Where is your camera? Oh, it's right there. Sorry. I thought it was over there because, like, the keys were indicating that direction. I'm just like, okay.
Now, I can get a closer look.
Okay. Let's move to the window. Oh, this kind of reminds me of that, that movie. What was it called? With Jimmy Stewart.
What on earth is all the commotion?
An Alfred Hitchcock's movie, I think. What was it called? Oh, Rear Window, right. I think that was it.
Theodore and Annabelle McKee, I believe. I really should get to know my neighbors better.
And maybe not creep up on them. Or...
I'm not zoomed in enough to see.
And why taking pictures of random people?
Might have to zoom in a little further.
Oh, there we go.
That's Tony Morgan's blood. My God, I hope he's all right.
I mean, that's a lot of blood. So he probably don't look alright.
Harold Levy owns most of the flats in Dahlia View. I wonder if he saw something. Bound during a production. Dear God. Charlotte May, Mr. Morgan's daughter, has been kidnapped.
Oh, there we go.
Chloroform. What on earth?
Possible chloroform. You don't know that it is chloroform. Smash during attack. Yeah,
It's too far away. I'll have
Well,
to zoom in.
now I can't see everything though. That's the problem.
Smashed plant pot. I must have slipped through it. I
Oh.
should have come to my window sooner.
I don't think you would have been able to just hurt one smash. We have a shoe there. I think that's kind of important. You don't want to take a picture of that? Alright, okay. Oh, wait.
Shirley Downs. She runs the Crow's Nest. Her office overlooks the courtyard.
And this woman.
Old Mrs. Doer. She's usually peering through her window watching our neighbours.
Kind of like you.
Past her bedtime. I wonder if Catherine is with them.
Not sure who that is, but okay. Let's see. Do we have any other pictures to take? Nothing's highlighting. So, I mean, I would think that this random shoe on the fucking roof might be important, considering that's not where it's supposed to be, but okay. I think that's it. Can we leave?
A kidnapping right on my doorstep. Who doesn't bear thinking about? Imagine if it was Catherine. Time to pay my neighbours a visit and see what they know.
Yeah, again, it would help if I knew who Catherine was. Something has happened at Dahlia View. What? Okay, now we got our objectives book, which is nice. Okay. Can I just go outside? Hang on. Oops. This place was not built for a handicapped person. So I can't get out that way. I think this is the door, yeah. The main door. Alright. Movement style. Standard, camera centric, or standard? What does camera centric move like? I'm gonna keep it on standard for now. I'm sure I will be able to change it if I want to. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the neighbors. Do we have... I mean, I assume we have an elevator. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool, like, you gotta investigate the... push the button. And while that's going on... we should go in here. And go down! Ah, I wanted to press the elevator buttons. Kinda wanna have a choice on where I should go. But alright. I probably would have ended up exploring the entire goddamn floors if that was the case. So maybe that's a that's a silver lining. It didn't happen.
Charlotte May could only be 7 or 8 years old. Why would someone want to take her? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I assume it's related to the movie that we saw in the beginning. Hiya.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Good evening.
Terrible what's happened, isn't it?
So you know what happened?
They're looking for a kidnapper. A search is about to start in the Pine Woods.
My sister, Shirley, she owns the pub across the way. The searchers are all meeting there first.
What do you know about the kidnapping, Mr. Conway?
Not much. That's why I'm talking to the pair of you.
You should talk to the old busybody over in her big manor house.
Mrs. Doer.
She knows everything that goes on here. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw the kidnapper.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was the kidnapper.
That's an awful thing to say.
Well, have you seen her? Always fawning over that little girl. All alone in that big house. Plenty of room to hide someone.
I can see that you've put a lot of thought into this, Mrs. McKee.
A little too much, love.
Well, I'm not the only one who thinks it.
Oh, blast. What time is it?
It must be a little after midnight by now, surely.
The search is starting without me. I have to get my coat. You'll forgive me, Mr. Conway?
Yes, good night.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
We'll talk again soon.
Night! Alright. I really don't think it was the old lady, though. But I'm sure she saw something weird. Can we actually, like, look at the evidence or no? I don't know, the cops would let us touch it. Rightfully so. Alright, let's go talk to the landowner.
Good evening, Mr. Levy. Evening. How strange times we live in when a girl can be taken on our doorstep.
You ain't wrong. It's a bloody mess.
Did you see what happened at all? No. How well did you know Charlotte May? You lived next door. You must have seen her a lot.
I hope they're gonna clean all this mess up tonight. I've got a business to run.
I'm sure this must be a great inconvenience to you.
That reminds me. Rent day tomorrow. Don't be late.
I haven't forgotten.
Good. Keep it that way, and we'll get along just fine.
May I ask what you were doing tonight?
No.
Huh. Right. Nice guy. Man of few words. Only thinks about his business.
Way, may I have a moment?
Sure, Mrs. Dorr. I was gonna talk to the other person, but alright, sure. Since he called out here.
Do you know what's happened?
Never mind all that.
Oh, okay.
Your daughter is a police officer, is she not?
Ah, okay.
She is.
Here, I found this.
Oh.
What's this then?
A brooch. I found it on the floor here. It probably belonged to that poor girl. Thought I'd better pick it up before Shirley Downs gets her mitts on it.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind. Perhaps you can make sure it finds its way to your
Wait.
daughter.
I will. And thank you for telling me.
Just doing my duty.
Can you tell me what you meant about Shirley?
Yeah!
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Did you see anything else at all?
Just make sure to give your daughter that brooch.
I'm starting to think that this lady has a little bit of a... Yeah, I think we kind of know what she meant. Hi. Hey, can I talk? There we go.
Miss Downs, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can come back if you need some time.
No, it's fine. I'm just... I can't believe this is happening so close to home. Well, maybe I can.
What do you mean by that?
Why?
Not everyone in Dahlia View is as they seem, Mr. Conway.
Miss Downs, who are you referring to?
That son of a bitch right there, with the smug look on his face.
Mr. Levy?
Why not? I mean, what do you really know about him?
Well, I pay him my rent once a fortnight, but no other than that. I didn't really speak to the man.
Well, sadly I do. He's up to something. You must have noticed all the strange deliveries, coming and going at night.
You think he took Charlotte May?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry. Miss Downs, what are you basing this on?
Experience, Mr. Conway. You'll excuse me, I need to help the police with their search.
There's Mr. Morgan.
Oh, I thought you were gonna zoom in on Mr. Morgan, whoever it was. Oh, there he is. Jesus. And I can actually check it out, look. Bloodstain.
Mr. Morgan must have taken quite a hit.
Maybe I can check this out too.
So the kidnapper smashed this during the altercation.
There we go. What is he doing with that door?
Hello, Mr. Morgan. My name is Robert Conway. I live in flat 23.
Yes, I've seen you around, Mr. Conway.
Well, you see, I thought I'd better come over and check you're okay. Some of our neighbors seem to be content just to stare. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter.
Very kind of you. I'm sorry, but I'm late joining the search. I've been talking to the police for over an hour.
Of course, I understand. The police officer you spoke to was most likely my daughter.
Is that so?
Yes, she's a very determined young lady. If anyone is going to find your daughter, it's her. I was once a private investigator myself, so I know how her mind works.
Well, it's comforting to know I'm surrounded by such competent minds, Mr. Conway.
I'd like to offer my services too, if you permit me.
That's very kind, but I don't have money, I'm afraid.
Mr. Morgan, no. I'm a father myself. I meant to say that I'm at your disposal.
Very generous, but the police said that...
All I'd be doing is observing and talking to you. And if I find anything, I'll be sure to share it with Catherine.
Catherine?
My daughter, the police officer.
Right, of course.
That reminds me. I have this brooch. Does this mean anything to you?
That's Charlotte May's.
You see how the simplest detail can be overlooked, even by the police. Best to have as many eyes on the case, in my experience.
I see your point. May I have it back, please?
Would you mind if I kept onto it for a day or so, in case it was to have some use?
Yes, of course. If you think it would help, I would very much like you to return it back.
As soon as I have something to report back to you. You have my word.
So, Where do you suppose you'd begin?
Well, right here.
In Dahlia View?
Yes. It's my experience that it's usually someone who knows them.
Do you mean to tell me that one of my neighbours has my girl?
No, I'm merely saying that it's a logical place to start.
Now I see. That's why the police searched my house. Because I'm a suspect, I suppose.
That's the way it works, I'm sorry to say.
So they're not even looking for the real kidnapper?
I can assure you they will be.
Tell me, Mr. Conway, and be honest. Are you going to look for my girl?
I promise you. I'll stop at nothing until I find her. For now, I need you to think of anyone who could have taken Charlotte May.
I don't know.
Think. Anyone or anything at all.
Mr. Conway, do you know who could do such a thing?
I see your point. Well, for now, perhaps try to get some rest. Charlotte May needs you to be stronger.
You'll excuse me, Mr. Conway. I'm going to join the search and find my little girl.
That's fair enough, Mr. Good night. And good luck.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Well, that wasn't a pleasant conversation, I guess. And I mean, the guy's daughter just been kidnapped, so, you know, it's not like he's in a cheerful mood. Yeah. Alright, where to next? Let me look at... let me see if I can look at the other evidence. Such as the chloroform here.
It never fails to amaze me what some people are capable of.
Yep. And let's go to... I think there was another piece of evidence. Oh, hang on. Objective. I should return home to PC information. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's return home then. I think this was the ramp. Yep, it is.
Dad?
Oh, it's Catherine.
Catherine. I thought I might bump into you tonight.
Well, I shouldn't be here, what with you living so close. With conflict of interest and all.
Are you finished here?
Almost, yes. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's poor Charlotte May I'm worried about. Anyway, look at you. I rarely get to see you in your uniform. You look good.
Thank you. I wish it was a little more comfortable.
Catherine, can I ask, what have you found?
I'm not allowed to tell you. You know that. Besides, I don't have all the details myself, and my sergeant isn't exactly forthcoming with new recruits.
Hang in there. You're an asset. They'll come to see how intelligent you are.
Thank you. All I can say is that it looks as though Tony Morgan's daughter has been kidnapped.
Awful news. May I ask why they're searching the Pinewoods? Do they know where the kidnapper went?
It's a dead end. We're clueless, but we can't be seen to be doing nothing. And the locals suggested the woods, so...
Dear God. I perhaps wonder if I should talk to my neighbors again.
Oh, again?
Yes, Catherine, I've been thinking, and...
Dad!
What?
I know this is happening on your doorstep. Please, don't get any ideas.
I'm a naturally curious person, you know that.
We don't do this anymore. Leave it to us, please.
Well, do the police have any ideas?
Dad, I mean it. Don't get involved.
Well, I'd like to help you.
I want to do this on my own.
I didn't realize what this means to you.
I meant to say... I want to do it the right way. By the book. Please promise me.
Okay. I promise. I'll leave the police work up to you.
Thank you.
I have a feeling we might break that promise.
I'd better be off. I have to make a statement before the morning press. My sergeant is finally trusting me with something.
Well, you'd better hurry. I'll look out for your article in the morning paper.
Right. I'm off. Please go back inside. You'll catch a chill.
Night, my love.
Night, Dad.
Bye, Catherine.
The last thing I want is to upset Catherine. I can tell how serious she is about her case. I've never seen her so driven. I suppose I'll still develop the photos I've taken of the crime scene. I might have captured something that the police did not. I won't be stepping on Catherine's toes if I stay in my flat, out of the way.
So... Wait, we're just gonna stay in the flat and try to solve the case that way? Interesting. Alright. That way. Well, I mean, you're still kind of breaking a promise, though. You're getting involved. That doesn't matter if you stay in the flat or not. Yep, so yeah, we're definitely getting involved in this.
The police have marked out several pieces of evidence that are likely related to the attack. However, Mrs. Doer handed me a brooch that was found at the scene. Mr. Morgan later confirmed it belonged to Charlotte May. Could the brooch be a missing piece of the puzzle? I wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
Oh. Okay. Photo of the courtyard. Wait, what? How are we doing this? Connect the pins from the question to relate the piece of evidence.
I wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
Mrs. Doer said she found the brooch by her door, didn't she? She said by her door, yeah. So,
if Mrs. Doer was right about where she found the brooch, it means the kidnapper must have come past her manor house at some point during the abduction. I forgot to give Catherine the brooch.
Yeah.
There just hasn't been a good time. Sounds like I have mail.
Alright, let's check.
Now what's this?
Envelope. Hang on. Something like this. Open. I apologize for my shortness last night, Mr. Conway. I realized that you were trying to help me. I already told the police, but the only people who I think could have taken my Charlotte May are our neighbors. The McKees, Harold Levy, Shirley Downs, and old Mrs. Doer all have access to the courtyard. You said yourself, and I think you might be onto something. More eyes on the case can only be a good thing. Thank you again for offering to help. T. Morgan. Okay. Huh.
Mr. Morgan's note implicates most of his neighbors. I had suspected as much, but now I have something solid to work with. Catherine has asked me not to get involved, but I've already promised Mr. Morgan I'll find Charlotte May. I should have told Catherine there and then. I'm already involved.
Aw, yeah. So, we're gonna break one promise, I guess.
I can feel it again. That drive, that first pull at the yarn. It's all on this evidence board. Suspects, victims, items found at the scene. I have everything. All that remains is to watch over my neighbors until one of them makes a mistake, and I can still give Catherine her space. If the whole town is searching the Pinewoods, someone needs to keep an eye over Dahlia View.
So 5 suspects. Interesting. Alright. I mean... I really don't like Levy, but... He seems like a douche, but that would be too obvious, wouldn't it? If you go by the least obvious route, then it would be Annabelle, maybe. I suppose we'll see.
I've been sitting watching my neighbors on and off for hours, but I've seen nothing of any use for my evidence book. Tony Morgan suggested that the McKees were acting strangely around Charlotte May. I heard Theodore return home earlier this evening, but didn't manage to get a glimpse. Charlotte May is counting on me to find her. So far, I draw the blank. Perhaps the McKees are innocent. Only time will tell.
Alright, so I'm going to stop it here. We are going to actually try to see if they're innocent or not next time. And there's actually a lot of stuff that we could look at here. This is going to be an interesting game. I'm going to really like this game. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.